Zoom Zoom. You feel it. And with extra value now at Mazda, it's time to own it. Go for Mazda CX-3 Neo from $22,490 drive away, plus a $500 Go bonus. It's time to go.
9 a.m. and Harvey Norman is now open for business.
Star 102.7 Cairns. Leaders in local. Listen anywhere you go on the free iHeartRadio app. Your news now.
Good morning, Joseph Price with your local news. Coming up, what's leading to a surge in back pain cases in Australia? But first, the state budget includes $1.7 billion for infrastructure in the far north, supporting nearly 5,000 jobs. Nearly $80 million has also been announced to improve and upgrade local schools, while $1.6 billion has been allocated for the Torres and Cape and Cairns and Hinterland Hospital and Health Services. Barron River MP Craig Crawford says the budget also includes $1.5 billion for road projects in the region.
We've got money sitting there to start work on the Captain Cook work that needs to happen between Cairns and Smithfield, as well as the Western Arterial Road. So we've got $30 million in this next financial year coming forward. So we'll start to get the duplication moving between Caravonica.
A trio is facing more than a dozen charges after police stopped a stolen car at Earlville. The woman and two girls have been arrested, accused of stealing a vehicle from a Whitfield home on Sunday. Officers spotted the car at Earlville on Monday night and successfully deployed a tyre deflation device. The trio fled on foot but were arrested nearby. A 19-year-old woman has been charged and will face court, while two girls aged 13 and 15 have been charged and are all due in the Children's Court. And calls for better support for people suffering with lower back pain. New research predicts there will be a nearly 50% increase in cases by 2050. CQU's Dr. Katie DeLuca says occupational elements, obesity and smoking are some of the main risk factors.
And we also have an ageing population. And so what our estimates did also give evidence for is that whilst back pain is a condition across the lifespan, it is actually much more disabling in our older adults. And so prevalence and disability peaked in older adults, and it's also higher in females and males.
Star 102.7 Cairns. National news now.
Morning, Taylor Larson with you. Donald Trump is expected to speak to supporters in the next hour or so in New Jersey after fronting court in Miami, pleading not guilty to dozens of federal criminal charges. On his way to the airport, the former US president even stopped off at a cafe for a meet and greet with fans claiming the system is rigged. Staying overseas, two teenagers and a man in his 50s have been stabbed to death in the English city of Nottingham. Police have arrested a 31-year-old man after he injured another three people by driving a van into them. Incoming industrial relations laws could trigger a $13 billion hit to the economy if new modelling is anything to go by. It's based on a slight decline in mining productivity, which could impact wages in other related sectors. The federal government is standing by the same job, same pay scheme. And we could soon hear some new music from the Beatles. Sir Paul McCartney has told the BBC artificial intelligence has helped create the final record from the Fab Four.
We just finished it up, it'll be released this year. We were able to take John's voice and get it pure through this AI so that then we could mix the record. So there's a good side to it and then a scary side.
Dreaming of your own business? Subscribe with James Home Services.
Pies coach Craig McRae has penned a 2-year contract extension that'll see him staying the top job until the end of 2026. In McRae's second-year coaching, Collingwood are top of the ladder heading into round 14. And Maroon skipper Daly Cherry Evans has some words of wisdom for Mitch Moses as New South Wales gets down to training today. The Parramatta playmaker will step in for the injured Nathan Cleary for the Blues in Origin 2. Cherry Evans detailing his own failure to fire in 2014, saying Origin is a huge step up with players needing to go to a new level to be ready for it.
Oh, you want to get yourself new bearings and you want a timing belt kit.
Tell him Allied Bearings, Bruce.
You want oil, filters and suspension parts too. You'll be shopping for days.
Tell him Allied Bearings, Bruce.
Hang on, Rex. What do you mean, Allied Bearings, Shirl?
Allied Bearings, Bruce. Tell Rex they are at Mullen Street. They have the largest range in Queensland and great value for money.
Great. Well, she hasn't lost her bearings, Rex.
Silverback Trays, manufacturing aluminium trays and canopies for over 20 years.
Mostly sunny for your Wednesday today. Slight chance of a shower. Winds up to 20 kilometres an hour, and they'll ease off later on this afternoon. Max temp today of 28 degrees. Tomorrow mostly sunny with light winds, and Friday partly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower. Thanks to FNQH Cairns now at Trinity Beach with GP and skin cancer services. The UV index is predicted to reach a high level of 7.